went into teaching because, like my students, I struggled in school. I actually started in kindergarten. I got moved to pre-kindergarten because I was very shy. Started to write, and I wrote everything backwards. My parents thought it was like this unique thing that I could write everything backwards. And I would walk around the house when the bus came. Once the bus passed, I would walk back in the house and walk into my room. It happened day after day, and my parents would bring me to school, and I'd cry and cry and cry. And I finally told them, like, I couldn't read. I decided that my best bet in second grade was to drop out of school. It wasn't until I was in 5th grade I was diagnosed with a reading and a writing disability. I had a special education teacher in my 8th grade year that was, in my opinion, what I modeled myself after. I don't look at myself as a good or a bad teacher. I don't compare myself to other teachers. I know that what I do is different than what other teachers do. I teach differently than other teachers. My job is different than other teachers. I really look at myself as a person that's there for the students.
She really cares and really wants her students to succeed and do better in life and make the world a better place.
For me, I think a teacher's role in society is, the second those students walk in the door, caring, nurturing those students, making sure my students are fed.
Miss Calvey to me seems like she almost seems to me like a really supportive friend.
Like a friend. She's very nice.
When she sees me that I don't have anything to do, she asks me she asked me if I want her to give me some work.
As a special ed teacher, I have a lot of hats that I have. Teaching the content of math at a 7th grade and 8th grade level is one of those jobs, but being a counselor, working on different behaviors with students.
Your chair, don't move yet, don't move yet, don't move yet.
Discussing future goals like a parent would with kids. I just judge success by any growth within that period. Whether a student is struggling with behavior and he can behave or she can behave for that 1 hour. I have a student who has severe anxiety, and so she can stay in that classroom and take 25 or 50% of those notes that day. That's a success for me. If I have a student who has a mild intellectual disability, is able to figure out the principles of solving a one-step equation, and then uses calculator to do the math of it. To me, that's a huge success.
She understands not just me, but all of her students, because she's like almost she's a resource class, and resource class you have students there that struggle with that subject.
A special education meeting is held yearly for students with IEPs to discuss their individual education plan. It develops goals, it talks about their strengths and their weaknesses in reading and writing and math, and strengths and weaknesses within behavior, within social emotional skills. And then as a team, they discuss the best placement for the students. As a team, they discuss goals for that student to work on within that school year.
Usually, resource teachers, they tend to understand you better than normal teachers.
But I want to be a role model to them. I never had a teacher who came out and said, I have a disability or I receive special education services. My very first day of school, I tell all of my students. I want my students to know. I want them to see that I was in a resource classroom when I was in middle school, and that didn't hold me back. I let them know that once I graduated high school, I was able to pursue college and a master's degree.
Centimeters or inches?
And I still was able to receive special education services in those higher education levels. It just takes a little bit more hard work and being able to advocate for yourself. Co-teaching is a classroom where the general ed teacher and a special education teacher work together to plan grade level material. The awesome part is that my students don't really know the difference between myself or my co-teacher. I'll present material, I'll go over homework, I'll pull small group, everything that the regular teacher would do. Test results prove that the students in those co-taught settings performed typical to their peers within those classrooms.
It should be we the people.
I've been doing adult education for 4 years, and for me it's like an ideal classroom. You don't have behaviors, you have students who want to be there, you have adults who come prepared, they come on time, they want to be taught the entire time.
I push me, they said, no, I'm not old, well, maybe yeah, but I'm not too old to attend some classes.
What is the supreme law of the land?
My kids speak Spanish now, but they are growing, and we are living here in the United States. And
I need to learn English. I don't know how to write, nothing.
These adults want to participate. They're here for a reason, and they want to improve. And for me, I feed off of that energy of them wanting to improve.
My goal is graduate college with my daughter or my son.
In the past, it was an academic club. Now it's promoting like school spirit within the school, and our students are going to different leadership conferences.
1, 2, 3, go!
In Phoenix to partner with other student councils. My educational philosophy is that all students are able to learn. Some students may need assistance or tools or a bridge to get from one point to the other.
The denominator was a 2.5.
But all students in the end are able to learn at their own rate.
You could count on her. I think that what makes her stand out from the rest of the teachers, that she'll be there for you.
She made you understand what you tried to explain you.
I want to say something. Thank you, Ms. Calvey, for your always encouraging us to continue with our goals, our dreams, for believing in each one of us.
Oh, I would describe Ms. Calvey as just a wonderful person. She's a great teacher and an even better friend. She really cares about her students, and she really is there for the outcome versus the income. And she just overall has such a big heart for the world. I think that she really does make a change in students' lives.
If you bring your kid to this school who struggles in math, Ms. Calvey will change his F to like an A plus in like a few days. Cause like when I first got to her class, I was kind of struggling, but then she taught me more and more, like every day, and then every day I got better and better and better.
My expectations of my students are very, very high. My students will rise to those expectations. If that makes me a good teacher, okay, but to me, I don't think I'm at that level to say I'm an excellent teacher, because I still want to learn more, and I want to, improve upon things every day.